This is a trade on the QQQ. I wanted to share it with you. I thought what we might do occasionally is try to do a trade that you can learn from and participate in if you want to. So what I want to do is show you something I'm doing as of today. You can get the same sort of price point I have basically now. And then you could make the trade with me if you want, or you can simply observe what I'm doing and I'll show you how I'm doing it. So this is the Qs. What I want to do is short them. And the way I'm going to short them is using the PSQ, which is a one-to-one relationship with the QQQ. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. This is the retest regenerate zone. Why is it that? Well, because you got a swing point low that was broken here. Now you're coming back into it to test it. Because you're coming back within 6 bars, you're going to try to get to the other side. So you're going to try to get up into this area. This little area right here is going to be very hard to get over. And the reason for it, that little area, the reason for it is because this bar, right, has all the volume. The bar with the swing point has the next amount of volume, right, or quite a bit of volume other than the low itself. And the fact that you got a low says you can go back and test it. And that was the breakdown bar here, right? That was where we broke down and we broke the swing, broke into lower levels. So that area is going to be tough to get over. Now there also happens to be a little ledge right in here that we were looking at intraday a few days back last week. And that area also gives us the opportunity or the potential opportunity of a short as well. So in other words, you can start the short here, start it kind of small, right? Maybe a third of what you want. If this continues straight up, so in other words, if we go straight up into that price point, volume is small coming into those big bars, odds are this is going to try to trade back down, and it at least should come back down into something like here. If it does that, right, that would be the place to take some of the move off and then try to see if you can get more. Because the trend of this thing is in our favor if we're shorting, right? The trend's down, and we're trying to take the retrace on a downtrend to try to get more to the downside. So that's the setup. What do you use? You use the PSQ. Here's the PSQ, which is the opposite. So in other words, you're trying to buy it down in this price area, right? Your stops are going to be somewhere down here up underneath, right? Which essentially is going to be the same thing over here. Those stops are going to be essentially over this area. And let me line it up right. It's going to be over that area, so somewhere up in here, right? Now if it gets up there, what does it tell us? It tells us that the trend really isn't on this time frame. The trend isn't this way anymore. It's probably this way. So then that would say, hey, that trade's probably not going to work down, but we still might be able to get back out somewhere in this price frame that we got in. So in other words, we still might even make money on it, even though the trade's not going to work for what we really want. So that's the setup. That's how it works. What I'm going to do is record this, save it, post it, and then I'll probably do an update in the next 2-3 days, however long it lasts, and kind of run through the trade each day and let you see it develop. All right? Thanks.